So Joe Biden actually released a video where he said he's running for re-election because in his delusional mind, over 70% of the American people did not say that they don't want him to run. So I'm going to go over the speech, which is only a little over 3 minutes long, and I'm going to critique each important part. And if you know me, or you've been watching my videos or read anything I've written on our website, then I think you're going to enjoy this. So let's get into it. Hey, everyone. Welcome back. So I'm going to play this video, and I'm going to chime in at certain points that anger me because he lied too strongly for me to remain silent. I've already heard the speech, so it means that I'm going to be interrupting an awful lot and giving my own opinion of what his lies mean and why they're lies. Some of them are so blatant, you can't not go off on it. So I'm going to say at the outset that I'm going to try to keep this video as short as I possibly can, but it depends on how much this clown pisses me off. So let's get started.
Freedom.
There you go. His first word, freedom. This guy is the same one who tried to force Americans to take a medicine that they didn't want to take. I mean, it doesn't get more against freedom than that.
Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
Fundamental freedom? He is using the FBI as a personal police force to go after his political enemies. Folks, his administration wants to go after your gas stoves. He's gone after your oil and gasoline already. He attacks American citizens who didn't vote for him. What the hell is he talking about, personal freedoms?
There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred. That's been the work of my first term, to fight for our democracy. This shouldn't be a red or blue issue.
Then stop making it a red or blue issue. I mean, a little further in this speech, he's going to attack Republicans. He calls them MAGA extremists, but what he means is you're a Republican who voted for Trump. So he makes it a red or blue. Just because he doesn't say red or blue doesn't mean he's not the ultimate red or blue king with his rhetoric.
To protect our rights, to make sure that...
Protect our right. He's been trying to take away your Second Amendment rights to defend yourself since he's been president. His administration worked diligently, folks, every day with social media companies to censor the free speech rights of anyone who disagreed with his policies.
Make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally.
Everyone treated equally? This is a guy who put equity into every policy that his administration pushed, which is the racist version of white people get to the back of the line. Not everyone is treated equally under this clown.
And that everyone is given a fair shot at making it.
Not true.
But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms.
See that? MAGA extremist. He calls anyone who voted for Trump a MAGA extremist. And he lies about them every time he mentions them. Watch.
Cutting Social Security.
Folks, cutting Social Security is the big lie that the Democrats have been telling for 40 years. Okay, they want to frighten senior citizens. That's what they want to do. There's not a single prominent Republican in Congress who has come out and said that he wants to cut Social Security. So it's a blatant lie. Joe Biden blatantly lied. It's like his Charlottesville lie in his first video that he announced he was running. Okay? In fact, the Democrats are the only ones who fight to cut Social Security benefits from recipients every time they argue to raise taxes. The super high inflation that the Biden administration has put on us is a tax, essentially, on Social Security recipients because they can't afford things that they used to be able to afford before Biden took office.
While cutting taxes for the very wealthy.
Cutting taxes for the very wealthy. This is a lie that goes back to the Reagan era. Tax cuts for the rich. Trickle-down economics. Trickle-down economics was a Democrat thing that they made up about Republicans to take out Ronald Reagan's tax cuts. Why does this guy keep spreading lies like this? They've been debunked 6 ways from Sunday. He has to have people around him smart enough to know that. He has to. Oh, maybe not. Democrats are the party of patronage. They're the ones that say, well, we're going to help you because we like you, but screw you, you Americans over there, you MAGA Republicans. When Republicans cut taxes across the board under Trump, they cut taxes for all individual taxpayers and for businesses. Economic experts everywhere said that the Trump tax cuts helped the lower middle class and the lower class more than anyone else. They experienced the largest decrease in their taxes than anyone else, percentage-wise, commensurate with what they earned, which means that they got to keep more of what they earned than anyone else. Joe Biden is a liar.
Dictating what health care decisions women...
Changing health care decisions that women can make. The Supreme Court righted a wrong that was done in 1973. The SCOTUS then, they lied to the American people saying that they found a right to abortion in the Constitution. It ain't in there. He's talking about abortion rights. Abortion rights are in the states, okay? He talks about people's rights. People have the right to vote for who they want to represent them. They have the right to vote for how they want to live. Democrats do not believe that. Remember this, folks. The first bill that the Democrats put up in the new Congress was to force all 50 states to throw out their election laws, and they would be superseded by federal election laws imposed on them by the Democratic Party, who would write. The Constitution says in Article 1, Section 4, that state legislatures have the authority over election laws, but the Democrats wanted to take that away from the American people and force election laws that favored their candidates for the rest of your natural life. They don't care about your rights. They take your rights away every single day.
Banning books and telling...
Folks, no one has banned any books. Not even Florida, that gets all the press for that. The books that Republican school districts took off reading lists were not banned. Any pervert in America can still purchase those books if they want to. They were removed from schools because parents did not want their little kids being taught the perverted ways that were being taught in those books. Once again, Joe Biden and the Democrats don't give a damn about your rights to vote for and decide what they want through the democratic process. They want to force your children's schools to teach things like critical race theory, to turn your kids into racists. They want to teach transgender ideology to little kids in elementary school. All right? The fact of the matter is the Democrats don't give a damn about your rights, though they do a lot of talking about it, don't they?
Telling people who they can love, all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
Making it more difficult for you to be able to vote. Folks, not a single one of the election integrity laws passed by red states has made it more difficult for anyone to vote. In fact, if Joe Biden pulled his head out of his ass and actually read them, he would learn that the election integrity laws make it easier for everyone to vote and harder for anyone to cheat. Democrats talk about every vote should count, but they are against election integrity laws that do just that. Joe is a liar.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America.
God, the battle for the soul of America. Joe Biden has divided this country more than even Barack Obama did. He pitted every group against each other. Joe has violated core fundamental rights of Americans to either give the government more powers it doesn't deserve or to buy political influence of the people his policies do not screw over. Joe Biden doesn't have a soul.
And we still are. The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer.
Oh, my God. Our rights have been eroded by the Biden administration. He has brought in over 6 million illegal aliens, making a mockery out of our American citizenship, the rights of our citizenship. They are now planning to force digital currency on the American people. It's about to happen, folks. That will forever remove your right to privacy for how and what you spend your money on. Instead of seeing a crime committed and finding out who committed it, Biden's DOJ and FBI finds a person they don't like and figure out how to craft a crime against them that they never committed. It is a joke to say that Joe Biden cares about freedom and rights. All right, I see I'm already hitting the 10-minute mark here for this video, so I'm just going to call it here. Maybe I'll do a second video. But folks, I'm going to leave the link to the video down in the description. Go watch it for yourself. And since you lived through everything he talks about, you will know personally that he's full of shit. that he's lying to you. I don't think Joe Biden is capable of telling the truth. So thank you for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, visit rpwmedia.com. Read our stories, share them with like-minded people. We'll see you in the next one.